And he was just, he just won or received the award Sailor of the Year. Thank you. I'm very, very proud of my eldest nephew, who's like a son to me. He's based in Hawaii right now. He's with the USS Chonghun. He will be in San Diego in February. So I'm hoping I can come back in February when he's here, so I can see him and I have an excuse to see all of you again. All right. So that, again, I know I am not a close fan, meaning hindi po ako asawa, hindi ako anak ng isang veteran. But since I'm really very, very close to my nephew, and we literally brought him up. The whole village brought up his nephew's back in the Philippines. And I do believe the sacrifice, and I know the sacrifice of the family of of a military person. And more than, sorry po sa mga veterano and sa active right now, but more than honoring the veterans, I'd like to honor the family of the military. Many, many sacrifices that they make. Yung kabako, because when they go out on sea, hindi mo sila pwedeng makausap, walang telepono, walang anything. Yun yung kaba naming lahat that we don't know where he is, and he couldn't tell us where he is. So I could imagine how a wife would feel, or how their children would, and the parents. So, ako po, saludo po. Kung saludo po ako sa mga veterano, mas saludo po ako sa mga pamilyang nagdurusa, nagsisikap, naghihirap, at nagtitiis para sa pamilya nila. Maraming salamat. And of course, for the veterans themselves, thank you for your service. Thank you for making the world at peace, and thank you for making the world what it is right now for all of us. I was talking to Vice Jim. Oh, by the way, pasensya na kayo sa suot ko. Kasi akala ko may libreng bakuna dito. May polio outbreak sa Pilipinas. And I was thinking, they're giving out free polio vaccines around here. So I came prepared. Just promised me those free vaccines, and where are they? So I was thinking, how come I'm the only one wearing this?
You got bumped.
I know!
You didn't receive the memo.
You know, every time I see Ellen's post, she'll always be wearing something like this. So I figured maybe there's going to be a mass vaccination when I get back. I was just talking to the vice chair earlier, and I said, what do I want? What should I talk about in here? And he, full of wisdom, said, you honor the veterans, and then you talk about Subic. I was hoping I don't have to talk about Subic already anymore, but so I'll talk about the veterans. Very, very quickly, because somebody also said, I talk too much. But I flew out here for God knows how long. Please don't tell me that I'm just going to say thank you. So anyway, in honoring the veterans, I would like to honor the kind of qualities that they actually exhibit when they're out there in the fields, and when they're out and when they are out of service. Something that I would like to think I have also been following in my life, and especially now in this career that I have suddenly have in front of my lap. There's just 4 things: integrity, character, passion, love. All of the servicemen that I know, and you should know, and we all know, I am quite sure that integrity is intact. Integrity is when you make decisions even when they're not popular, as long as they're right. All of us has this innate, it's a human being nature, it's a nature as a human being that we all want to be liked. We all want to be popular. We all want us to be loved. And sometimes you sacrifice your integrity because of that. And I would like to believe that it's one of the very many qualities of servicemen that they have learned, inculcated, and lived while they are in their service. And I think all of us as human beings should continue to do so. Not forget integrity. Character. Character is something that You do something right anyway, even when no one is looking. Because that's what's important. So that you can continue to sleep at night, knowing that you did the right thing. And I'm quite sure when they're out there, that is something that needed to be done and should be done each time and every time. Passion. Passion is doing something with all you've got. Hindi pwedeng, pwede na yan. Hindi pwedeng, okay lang yan. There should be no such thing. Anything you do, including speaking right before here, do it with passion. And of course, love. Because at the end of the day, what is life without love? So with that, I would like to honor all our veterans, and I would like to encourage everybody not to forget to live each and every day of our lives with integrity, character, passion, love. So now I go to Subic. Well, since I've been here, I wanted to advise you that we are hosting the Southeast Asian Games on the 30th of November to December 11. And to those who have not been to Subic and to Olongapo in a while, we have now fixed the Subic gym. You can't even recognize it anymore. Subic will host 17 out of the 56 games of the Southeast Asian Games. To those who have not been home for a while, ang Southeast Asian Games is the Olympics of Southeast Asia. We will be hosting close to 8,000 international athletes from Southeast Asia, namely South Korea, Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Myanmar. And Subic will be in the middle and at the thick of all that things. We have invested close to 300 million pesos to rehabilitate and build structures for them. What usually happens, like in an Olympics, if you build massive structures, nothing happens. And I didn't want that. For a while, the organizing committee based in Manila is asking me we should build this and we should build that. And I said no. Because I don't want to have behemoth ghosts, which always and almost always happens when activities such as this is done in one community. So what I did and proposed is to rehabilitate the Subic gym, which is very well used. And so it's now up to, if the Americans left it with the high standards, I can guarantee you now that it's so much higher. It is now competition level. We also converted some of our tennis courts and made it multifunctional. We're also hosting the beach volleyball. And we even imported sand. Apparently there's a certain quality of sand to make competition level beach volleyball courts. And we're hosting all the water sports, handball, beach volleyball, modern decathlon, triathlon and all that. It's really a very exciting time in Subic. In fact, the former volunteers of Subic from the ship repair facility is having a reunion on February 8th, and I just offered them that I'd host it in the newly refurbished Subic Bay Exhibition Convention Center. Kung hindi po ninyo alam, we have already built a convention center that hosts up to 8,000 people in Subic. So, and we even fixed that for the Southeast Asian Games because that's where sepak takraw, muay thai, chess, fencing is happening, and I already offered it to our friend here. If you need a space, come. I also offered that, by the way, si Kuya Ed, I just met him now. Eh, syempre, kalad-kari ng lola nyo. Sabi ko sa kanya, pag uwi niya, and if they want a little outing with his friends, he can use the chairman's residence para ma-invite ako. Kasi baka hindi ako ma-invite eh. So you are all welcome again. As I said, San Diego is now my home, whether you like it or not.
Yes!
And I hope that you will also consider coming back home and see the very, very big difference of not just of Subic, but of the Philippines. I have said the last time I was here, the Philippines that you left several years ago is very, 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 very different from what it is now. The opportunities that you think doesn't exist, do not exist, and will not exist, they are there. Bakit naman po ako? I did not leave the Philippines. I went to school in the Philippines. I was given the opportunity to come here several times. Nagka-boyfriend din ako na US citizen, no? But I didn't. And I challenge everybody, and I challenge all of you to come home. Yun lang po, maraming salamat.